Hello, Eisenhower artists. This is another week of Kawaii Style. Get ready to say, so cute. Remember, the word kawaii is cute in Japanese. So this time we're going to draw a crow and a pumpkin. So I have a art friend with me here today that's going to draw along with us. Okay, so like we usually do, we're going to fold the page to give us guidelines for the sizes and where things go on the page. So you're going to fold it like a book, fold it this way, and this is a soft fold. Don't smash it down, just a soft fold. Open it up, turn it tall, and fold it like this so it's tall and narrow. Just a soft fold, don't smash it flat. All right, we're going to start drawing the crow in the upper left corner, right? So we've got these 4 spaces. The upper left corner is going to be the crow. We're using a pencil and we're going to draw lightly so that we can change things as we go. Okay, so over here in this area, you're going to draw a triangle, but it has a rounded, it's upside down and it has a round curve to start. So it's a little bit round like that and then pointed. That's the crow's beak. Yours is a little bit too low. So this is a good example of drawing light, a little bit higher in this space here. That's the beak. And then we're going to draw these little ovals, the nostrils and the beak. And remember, don't draw small. All these shapes I'm showing you should be large shapes. Okay, so next for the bird, we're going to draw the side, the bird's head. So we're going to start here on the beak and you're going to go up to make the side of the head, and then you're going to start making shapes like an M, capital M. Some are taller than others to make the fluffy top of the head. Yep. And then the other side, we want it to come back to this spot on the beak. So you're going to curve, and if you want to add some more fluffy lines on that side, you can add some fluffy zigzag lines. Yeah, cool. Okay, so this crow has really big eyes. Put 2 big circles far apart, like that. Remember, the kawaii style has big eyes. All right, so now the bird's wings. We're going to do the side wings here first before we do the body. So start on the side of the face and do a curve like a big letter C, but it curves down, stretches down. Yep. And then from the bottom of that, go up the opposite way, but look, I'm going to touch this part of the beak. So I'm going to go up to there. Yep, you got it. And then start on the other side of the crow's head, like the cheek area, and go down this way and make it curve, like a capital B curve. It goes like that, you got it. And then look ahead where you're going to end. You're going to end up here at the beak. So make this a little bit pointy here. And that kind of curve. Yeah. Okay, then we're going to do the crow's body. So we got to connect this part here in the middle. And you're going to do like a little W shape for these little feathers. Up, down. Think of a capital W. Just make them random. Next, we're going to do some details on the wings here. So think of a capital W, but make them long, down, up, down, up. See how many of these long lines you can fit to make them long. So a capital W, make the next one long. Long capital W's. How many can fit in there? Oh, I got 2 rows and Sarah got 3 rows. Okay, so now the feet. The feet is a letter M, so go under the body a little bit, capital M, and then connect the side of the M up to the body, and that's one of the crow's feet. Another capital M, but you got to leave space and go below it, right? So a capital M, and then connect that side, and now that's like the feet of the crow. Okay, we're going to start drawing these big curves for the pumpkin. Okay, so don't draw small. You need to draw large curves. The first curve is going to go, look at this middle fold we have. You're going to start from somewhere next to the crow, like maybe the feet, maybe up here by the wing, but you're going to cross over this middle fold and make a big curve like this, like a rainbow. Draw lightly. All right, yours can be a little bit bigger, I think. All the way, like go up a little bit. Yeah, like that, a little bit bigger. So this is kind of like a rainbow right here. It went over the middle fold. Follow it down. Pretend you got to jump over this bird, right? The crow, and follow it down. See where it ends up, and then draw like a little curve there where it ended up. Now we're going to go underneath and do this middle curve at the bottom of the pumpkin. Okay, so put your 2 fingers down here at the bottom. Put your fingers sideways. And we're going across the middle fold, kind of below this line. Pretend you got to jump down and make a smile curve. It's kind of like the same width as the one on top. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to draw another curve over here like the letter C. It's going to go somewhere under the crow's feet or the body. So pick a spot somewhere under here. I'm going to go like in the middle of the crow body, and I'm going to start drawing a big curve, and then it's going to connect at the bottom. When you get down to the bottom, make it go kind of flat. Yep, there you go. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Go all the way up to the top, and it's going to flip going this way. So up here at the top, make a bump, and then go down straight, and then curve like that. Okay, now if you have room left, I hope you do, put another bump and curve down on this side. Okay, so then we have one more curve to do next to the crow to make it look like the crow is sitting right on top of the pumpkin. Okay, so it's got to be all the way over here at the crow's wing. You're going to curve, go down, make it go down, go all the way down low enough and connect it down there at the bottom. So yep, so over there you didn't curve. So make a little curve out first. That'll help it. There you go. Yep, good. Okay, now we're going to get real kawaii with the style. We're going to add those big kawaii style eyes that have highlights. This one is going to have 3 highlight circles. All right, so, and also the eyes are really wide apart. So their eye is going to go under this crow, under the feet, close to this line here. Make a big circle, don't make it small. Big eye. Okay, and then a big space in the middle. Try and make them even. Don't make one too much lower compared to the first one. And another big kawaii eye. Okay, then in the middle we're going to put a big highlight circle and 2 smaller ones under it. That's going to get filled in with black later. Now, under the eyes, this is called a blush line. Okay, we're going to put an oval that's flat. So it starts on the side here like a letter C, a little letter C. And then it goes below it and connects back to the other side with a curve. So on the other eye, put a little letter C. And then you go under it, curl back to that side. That's called a blush line. Okay, kawaii eyes, expression lines. So put 1 or 2 on each side of your eyes. All right, now the smile. Think about what kind of smile line you want. You can make yours different than mine. Mine's going to be really long, and later we're going to make it thick with the marker. So I'm going to have mine go really long with a little dip, and I'm going to put these lines like this for cheek lines. All right, so what kind of smile line do you want? Oh yeah, you can give it more jack-o'-lantern style. That would be cool. All right, good idea. Okay, let's look at the stem. So we've got this middle fold. Over here to the right of the middle fold, put an oval that's kind of tilted. Don't make it too small. So on the right side of the fold, put an oval, big oval, it's kind of tilted, yep. And on this side of the oval, the end of it, you're going to touch the end of it like right about there, and you're going to curve down and touch the top of the pumpkin. Make sure you put a curve in there, yep. Then on the other side of the oval, that end of it, you're going to curve back in the other way so that it's going to go skinny and then flare out, yep. Okay, now this pumpkin, to give it some more cute kawaii style, how about putting polka dots up there on the stem? If you don't want to, maybe you don't like that look, but that's a kawaii option. Maybe you want to put lines so it looks more like the natural stem. And then inside this oval, to help it look 3D, let's put some lines like a spiral so it looks like the center of the stem. Okay, the color steps are really important with this style. So I want you to notice the outline here has these thick black lines. I'm going to remind you to do that later, the thick black lines. Let's do a couple more details. So the pumpkin isn't floating in the air. Let's put a horizon line. So pick a spot alongside the pumpkin, kind of towards the bottom, and just put a line that goes off the edge of your page. Okay, now let's put some grass details. Think of the letter M again, capital, but then make one part tall and one part short. And you could do a letter M with like a little extra point. Okay, next is trace and erase. It's looking so good. So you're going to use a black marker and you're going to trace all your pencil lines, okay? Remember, use any color supplies that you have at home. Crayons, colored pencils. If you don't have a black marker, use a dark color marker. Like maybe you only have a brown marker. Go ahead and use that color. Maybe you only have a black crayon. Okay, don't forget to peel your crayon papers and use a black crayon to do your edges. But it's really important to do this next step. Outline all of your pencil and erase the pencil away. We're going to go in double speed and you can watch us doing some trace and erase. Okay, I'm going to point out a couple things right now with your black lines. Filling in the eyes. So trace those 3 circles, and the circles can touch each other, and then leave them white. So make sure you only add black around the circles. Leave the circle white. So, okay, then I'm going to show you this really important step that helps give it the style we're going for, this kawaii style. The outer edges of everything is a thicker black line. Okay, so just the outer edges. So the outer edge of this pumpkin, I'm going to go a second time next to it. Follow that line and make it thicker. Following the line, don't go up inside it, just the outside of it. Okay, so if you go right next to it, like this, it makes it thicker. Thicken it up. Go around the stem. Yes, even the crow. Right here, whatever lines you have. This fluffy crow. Make those lines thicker also. Wow, doesn't that look so nice with those thick edges? Okay, I still have to erase my pencil, so we're going to finish up our trace and erase. Okay, we're just finishing up the erase step, and I want to point out a couple things with the black lines. So with your crow eyes, make sure you go around and make the line thick and leave a lot of white in the middle, okay, for the crow eyes. For the mouth, make sure you go back and make the mouth thick, and I added a little dip in the mouth and filled it in with black. Sarah was saying she wants to leave hers filled in. She wants to leave it white in the middle, and she's going to add color inside the mouth. Okay, so you are practicing the technique of layering colors. Okay, so we're going to use different colors on top of each other. We're going to start with orange for the edges of the pumpkin. So grab your orange crayon. You might have different shades of orange. Don't use something like this that's too light. Get a nice dark orange color. Okay, so the first goal with layering this color is just the edges in orange. So you're going to follow this line, and then down at the bottom you're putting color on the edge, not filling it in yet. So go right up to the black. Okay, but then this edge right here, you're going to put color there, so it's creating this shape right here, and we're going to leave the middle blank. Go under the crow's body, and then this edge right here by the eye. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact. It's just kind of sketchy lines, it's called. Back and forth. Yep, you got it. And then follow this little curve here. Follow this curve. We're doing the edges. We're going to leave the middle blank right now. So on this part of the pumpkin, you're going to put color on both sides of these lines, so it's a thick. Okay, and the lines are sketchy. They're not exact edges. So they're just like uneven edges, putting that border there. Now you're going to go under the crow. Yes, you do want to go under the crow. Okay, if your crayon breaks, don't worry, that happens to me a lot too. Just peel the paper, use all the parts of the crayon. Okay, this edge that we're doing here first, it should be dark. So press down, firm, push into that paper and get a dark edge. If it isn't so dark right now, go back over it and make it a little darker. Okay, so this is what it looks like with all the edging done. Now you're going to fill in the middle areas going more light. Fill in the middle with a light color. So you're not pressing down hard like you did with the edges. You're just going to fill it in lightly. You don't press down as hard. Fill it in lightly. Okay, we're still going to add more color on top. After this light layer of orange, we're going to add yellow. Okay, so don't worry if you have some white areas happening. Just fill in a light layer of orange. You should see the difference between your dark edge and this light layer of orange. Okay, make sure your strokes are up and down. You got it, Sarah? Yep, up and down, following the shape of your pumpkin. Now in some areas you can go around in curves, like around these eyes. Don't color that blush line. I almost went into the blush line. Whew, that was close. Here we go. So we've got the dark orange, the light orange. Now we're gonna fill in more of these spaces, layer with yellow. So grab your yellow crayon and you're gonna go, now it's important to follow the shape of your pumpkin. So go straight up and down. It's gonna help the artwork look better if the lines of your crayon follow the curves of your drawing. Okay, but you're adding a good layer. I want you to push into the paper of this yellow and you'll start to see how the colors just kind of melt together. Are you pushing down? Yep. And getting this beautiful melted orangey yellowy color. So you're going over everything, those dark edges, the light parts in the middle, everything gets a layer of yellow. Okay, we're getting closer. Here's the final, here's where we're at. We've got 2 layers, the orange and the yellow. Now we're gonna add brown on top. Okay, grab a brown crayon. So think of all those spots, those edges where you had the dark orange to start, you're going to put brown in those areas. So brown is going to go right on top. It might seem like it's hard for the brown to stick, but just keep going. Put brown on some of your edges. These are more advanced color techniques that you're learning this year. Those areas where we had the dark orange, you're going to cover it up with brown. Now look here at the bottom. I'm adding some brown up and down lines right here that goes up towards the middle. Okay, so this is looking so great. I love all the colors with the layers. You can see the dark edges and the beautiful yellow in there. Let's look at the blush line on the eyes. So a light layer of pink, and then you can go darker if you want. Now pink is the traditional blush line, the traditional blush color for the kawaii eyes. Maybe you want yours to be different though. You can do any color you want. On this one I put red for my blush lines. Okay, let's do the stem next. Okay, so just like these other parts of the pumpkin, you want to have some color layers. So put orange here first on the top oval and then add some brown. Okay, so whatever color you're choosing for your stem, put dark edges and lighter in the center, just like the pumpkin. What color did you do?
Orange.
Orange in the center? Cool. Okay, crows. What color are crows?
Black.
Black, yes. They are really beautiful black feathers. And so we're going to achieve that look with gray and black. All right? You might have a gray crayon in your supplies. If you don't have a gray crayon, you're going to use black, just pressing down harder or lighter. This is where you want the light color. So in the middle, under the beak, that's where you want the lightest color for your crow. Pressing down very lightly there. So if you're using a gray crayon, just regular pressure there to get a nice gray color. Okay, so the middle of the crow's body is going to be a light color. The wings are going to have both. So right here, the top section, I'm going to put dark, black. And then the next section, I'm going to put light. Okay, so you're practicing this technique. You're going to be graded on your dark areas and light areas to show that you can do both dark and light. Okay, so I'm doing the top of the feather dark, press harder, and then the rest of the feathers light. Okay, the head is going to be light, but if you want the head of your crow to be dark, go for that. All right. Okay, don't forget the beak. Maybe yellow or orange. What color would you like your beak to be?
I'll do orange.
Okay, and then the crow feet. Yellow or orange there. Or any other color you like. Okay, so this part of the grass, I'm just filling in the major lines of the grass, and I decided to leave the rest of it white. I didn't put any color in the sky either, but if you'd like to do that, you should do it. I'm just showing you again this style of dark edges and then add some yellow on top or in the middle. Okay, art friends, your focus with this drawing was to show the lights and darks of the color. Okay, so I'm going to add some green on the edges of this pumpkin, and then I had the dark green of the grass lines, and I'm not going to fill in all the grass area. See if you like that style. Maybe you want to fill in all the grass area. I'm really excited to see what your kawaii pumpkin and crow looks like. I hope you had fun drawing with me, Sarah. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.